I think I'm getting sick, which is not fun to starting a readathon. So, g'day folks, Wren here. This is the beginning of my Orilium vlog, the first. I think I'm going to do 2 Orilium vlogs because I've tried doing month-long vlogs in the past and I just give up after a while because it's too much. But like week-long vlogs I can do. So we'll do 2 Orilium vlogs somewhere between like a week and a half in timeline length. So, Orilium the first. So, for Orilium, if you don't know what it is, I'll leave all the details down below, but it is a readathon where we're building characters and taking courses to educate ourselves on a particular career. In a way, in a very simplified version of the readathon. It's such a fun time. G does an amazing job creating everything and ooh, it's so good. So, I'm going for my apprentice level of Beastmaster and my novice level of Wildform Druid. I did my TBR for Beastmaster. I showed that in my August TBR video, so if you want to watch that, I'll leave it linked down below, go watch that. And I do also have a TBR for Wildform Druid. I didn't give it in that video because mental health reasons weren't going well. Today's the 4th, Friday the 4th. I haven't updated anything for the first 3 days. I haven't read anything in the first 3 days. I've started things. I started reading some of this. I'm partway through Mermaid by St. Lin. It's going well. I'm having a good time. I don't think this one completes any prompts though. It could if I read Mermaid in different spots every time I picked it up. That could count. But apart from that, not much reading has been getting done. Unfortunately. You know what I have to read though? 16 Souls. I haven't started it. I'm, what, it says 14 pages in, but the book starts at page 9, so... The live show for this is tomorrow, and I don't know if that completes any prompts either, but I gotta read it. Gotta read it today too. But I think what I'm planning to read today is, I need an audiobook because I want to get stuff done today. Sorry, these are some new fidgets that I bought with Max yesterday, and they're bisexual colours. How awesome is that? They're like twiddles or twisters or I don't know. Something like that. But they're 3 and they're not sticky at all, which is amazing. And you can move them and swing them around and tie them up. They're a really good time. I'm having fun. Yeah, I need an audiobook because I have things to do today. I really need to organize my bookshelf because yesterday Max and I were just kind of chilling. We were procrastinating reading and I don't know how it started, but I randomly decided to unhaul some books and then it kept going as it does every time I unhaul a book, and I ended up getting rid of 81 books, which is huge, especially considering I only just got rid of like 268 books like 2 weeks ago. So like Max is concerned, to say the least, because we very much like swapped book preferences recently. So he was always the one that he has a very small book collection and he gets rid of books all the time. He doesn't buy a lot of books. Like, it takes him a lot to be like, yes, I do want to own this and to purchase it. Whereas I'm like, oh, I saw someone talk about that once, I'll buy it. And I was always getting more and more books and I wanted to keep all the books. And now he's the one that is buying books more frequently and I'm the one that's constantly getting rid of books. And it was so funny last night because he was sitting on my bed as I was doing my shelves, and then we were piling all of the books next to my bed, and my bed is very, very tall. And so Max was like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if like you got the stack to the height of your bed? And I was like, challenge accepted. And so we got to the height of my bed and then Max counted them and they were like, it might have been up to like 50 books at that point or something. I don't know, but it was an odd number and I was like, I cannot stand for that. So then I kept going and then I just kept going and going going and going and going, and it got to some points where it was so funny because I pulled down a book from my red shelf and Max got so worried. He was like, wait, stop, what are you doing, put it back, because earlier in the day I had said, oh no, I really like that book, it was a good time. And that's The Hat Makers by someone, I don't know, it's down in the pile there. I'll show the pile and my very messy floor. That's the piles. All of them. So that book's down in there, I don't know where it is now. But The Hat Makers, I loved that book. It was so good. I was so hyped for the sequel. I haven't read the sequel yet, but I don't think I want to own it. So I got rid of it, and Max was so concerned, and that like terror in his eyes just gave me life. So it was so good. So I got rid of a whole bunch of books, and now my shelves don't look as organized as I want them to, so I need to reorganize my shelves. I also want to go through that stack of books because there was at least one that I regretted, and that was The Echo Park Castaways by M.G. Hennessy. I love this author. I really wish they would write more books, but they've only written 2. I've read both of them, I own both of them, I love both of them. As I was thinking about it last night, I was like, no, this is coming out of the unhaul pile. And so I just want to double check that I do want to get rid of all the ones I did get rid of, because I definitely get into this thing when I'm unhauling. I'm like, scorch earth the whole thing. I just want everything gone, and then I don't think about what I'm actually unhauling, and I just get rid of them all. So I need to like double check that I actually want to get rid of the ones I want to get rid of. So I need to do that as well. But the main thing I want to do today is I really need to clean my kitchen, and especially my oven. My oven is disgusting. So I need to clean that. So audiobook needs to happen today. And the audiobook that just came in was Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. So I think I'm going to read that today, and I'll try and get all of it done today, and we'll see how it goes. I also need to edit a video and post it because it's a Friday. I like to post on Fridays, and that is my Katie Coulson Ruined My Life vlog. So Journey to the Center of the Earth will complete my elemental studies class, where I need to read a book with Earth in the title. And like once upon a time I had wanted to read that book, and then I was like, yeah, whatever. But when this prompt came up, Max was like, oh, why don't you just read that book? And I was like, oh yeah, I did want to read that at one point in my life. So I'll give that a go. Really glad it's an audiobook. I need audiobooks lately. And let's see. Oh, it's so cute! Oh, look at it! Look at the little shrooms. So cute. Okay, I have procrastinated enough.
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry.
Okay, I just got to chapter 8 of Journey to the Center of the Earth. It's I'm like 17% of the way through. Just finished cleaning the kitchen and oh my gosh, the oven looks amazing. I wish I had done like a before and after because the oven is like sparkling. It's very, very satisfying. But the kitchen is clean. I'm a little tired, but I also want to keep doing things. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, got to chapter 8. And like, I gotta be honest, I don't care. I'll keep reading it just to like fulfill the prompt. But like, me and classics, we aren't buds. I don't like the writing style or I don't know, like the way the characters talk, and it's a me and classics thing. We don't gel unless it's Dracula. Dracula has been the only classic that I've liked so far. And this, like, I thought this would be a bit more fun and adventurous than it is. I mean, I'm only 17% of the way through. They haven't gotten to the center of the earth yet. They've just been deciphering the clue, which like was fine. And I enjoyed the bits of like scientific talk. Deciphering the languages was super interesting. But it's just like the writing style, I can't get behind. And that's kind of annoying because I wanted to really enjoy this. And so far I'm just like, eh. At this point it'll get a 3-star. Okay, I've just gone through all of the books that I unhauled last night, and I've pulled out a few of them that I'm reconsidering. So, like I said earlier, Echo Park Castaways by M.G. Hennessy. I am going to keep this. I really like it. I would want to reread it in the future, so I'm going to keep that. Then Hotel Dare by Terry Blass and Claudia Aguirre. But yeah, this is a graphic novel. I really enjoyed it when I read it, and I had been meaning to reread it, so I should just reread it. Then In the Nightwood by Dale Bailey. I love this cover. I love the premise of it. It sounds really, really cool. The only thing I really hate is the formatting. So it's like there's no space between the chapters, and I hate that. But I'm interested in the story, so I'll give it a go. Then The Kind Worth Killing by Peter Swanson. I do have the audiobook for this that I was just going to read, but I think if I keep the physical copy with me, I will be more inclined to pick it up as soon as possible. So I'll keep that. Written in the Stars by Alexandria Bellafleur. I specifically bought this book to reread it, and I haven't reread it yet. So I really just need to reread it because that was the point in buying it, because I wanted to reread it. Then Great Goddesses by Nikita Gill. It's so pretty. And like, it's a poetry and there's really pretty art. And I need to make this a priority. So someone hold me accountable for that. And then lastly, The Wicked Deep by Shay Earnshaw. I had literally just been saying to Max yesterday that I wanted to get into more witchy books. And then I proceeded to unhaul one of the few witchy books I own. And this also sounds cool. and it has a cool cover. So I'll keep that one as well. I've still got a whole bunch of books that are going, so that's fine. Now, I was looking at my Wild Form Druid prompts to see if 16 Souls fit in the prompts anywhere, and I realized I have 3 more books to pick because they were all like randomized. So the first one is word in the title of the last song you listen to has to be in the book title. Alright, so I'm gonna show you I'm not cheating. I'll pull up my Spotify. Okay, what was I last listening to? Vicious Love. Cool. Do I have any books with that in the title? I don't think I have anything with vicious in the title. Surely I'll have something with love in the title. And if I can't find anything that I own or want to read with either of those in the title, I will go to the next song. I have nothing for vicious. What about love? I have book lover. Does that count? I'm intrigued to read that. That's part of the Vino and Veritas series, which I've been so keen to read more of lately because I read Aftermath, which is like the 4th in that series or something, by L.A. Witt. And I read that very recently and I had such a good time. And it's like, it's just small town queer romances by different authors. And it's really good. I think, but I do have the Falling in Love montage, which I really need to read. I also just want way more audiobooks, so I'm gonna look up if anything is on... If anything's on Hoopla, I think. I tend to have a bit more luck with my Kindle books being on audio on Hoopla than anything else. Oh, I really do want to read more Vino and Veritas. And I know I can get that as an audiobook. Why do I keep writing love with a C? It's super annoying. See, look, there's book lover right there. I think I really just want to go with book lover. 2 guys meet over a stack of romance novels. Soon they're turning pages late into the night. Oh, that sounds cute. That's it. I'm gonna be reading book lover. Okay, I can't. I'm so excited to read it, and I need to rekindle like my love of books. I don't know if I'm bending the prompt or what, but love is in the title, and it was in the title of the song. And yeah, I need to rekindle my love of books, and the Vino and Veritas series is exactly what I'm in the mood for. Just small town, queer, it's gonna be great. The next one I need to pick is a random letter generator. H, that was so loud, oh my gosh. H. Do you have hometown haunts? But like, what's an audiobook? I need more audiobooks. Hidden picture. Hideout by not by Timothy Blake. Hideout is the 3rd in the Timothy Blake series by Jack Heath. Oh my god, how did I not think of that? Because that's on my borrow box that just came through. I think it was Hideout, or was it Headcase? No, it was Headcase came through, not Hideout. Where's Hideout? I need Hideout. Surely yeah, Hideout. Please be available. It is! Listen now. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my god. I'm so excited. I love the Timothy Blake series. It's amazing. It's about this cannibal that helps the FBI solve some mysteries. And by the 3rd book, he's almost gone like undercover into this world of criminals. So the last book left on like a cliffhanger. He like walked through the door. I'm like, what is gonna happen? Oh my god, I get to read Hideout. This is amazing. Oh, so cool. Awesome. That could not have gone better. Thank you, random letter generator. Now I need a random color generator. So let's pick one. Oh, you'll have no sound, and the other one was too much sound. green. Oh yeah, there's green on this. Is this already part of... It is not. Awesome. Alright, cool. I can just use this. So Beauty's Beast is green, so I can just use that. So Black Trans Fairy Tales by St. Lin, and I do have audios for these, so that's awesome. All I want to do right now is just read Hideout, if I'm being honest. So good. Oh gosh, it's only like 11, but like I'm tired. What do I want to do? Do I want to keep listening to a book I'm not enjoying, or do I want to go watch Heartstopper? I think we all know what I'm gonna do. See you in several hours. So, it has been a few days since I updated this Orilium vlog. It is now the 10th, it's a Thursday, and some things have been getting read, that's for sure. But did I show you all my pretty basic, honestly, but I did that. So, last night, actually yesterday, I finished four prompts for Orilium. That's pretty good. So, for Beastmaster, I finished Journey to the Center of the Earth, which is what I needed for elemental studies. I gave this 2 stars. I did not enjoy it. More than the fact that I didn't enjoy it because it was a classic. I have a really hard time with classics. But, like, I didn't like the writing, which is very much like probably a me thing with classics. But I also really didn't like that these 2 geologists knew everything about everything. They knew archaeological things. They knew linguistic things. They knew how to, like, get on a boat and sail and know how to tell the course that they are going when they are on a boat. And they know physics things. Like, they know all of the things to help them in this little quest. I was like, excuse me, no. That's not how science things work. Especially being for so many different categories of science. It was too much. And there was just this moment where they found a skeleton, and the old guy was like, ha, I know exactly what this is. This is a male Caucasian, roughly this many years old, from this specific time period and this very specific rare town. And he lived this kind of life, and he did this and this and this. And I'm like, that's not how that works at all. There are some things that you can tell with proper study about a skeleton just by looking at it, when you have the proper education for that. But you cannot tell what time period or geographical place this person came from without doing tests. Like, you need to get things under a microscope, you need to test them with some other, like, even just like some soil samples you could test to help with things, but like, oh, there's just, you can't tell these things just by looking at it. Oh, I was like raging. And so now I need to get Max to read this, because Max likes classics, so that will be something that wouldn't faze him. But he's also an archaeologist like me, so I just wanna, he said something in Discord, he was like, archaeological hate unite, and I was like, yes, definitely need to do that, because oh my word, like, it annoyed me a lot. So it gets 2 stars. I did not enjoy it, but I read it, it completed the prompt, so that's that. Then I read Garlic and the Vampire, which was a pet pick for animal studies, and I gave this 5 stars. This was amazing. Oh my gosh. It was the cutest thing, and it's just these, like, vegetables that have been given, like, I don't know, but they become more human-like, you know, they can talk and they wear clothes and that kind of stuff. And they did this because a witch needed help in her garden, so she brought some of the vegetables to human life, because, like, vegetables are alive, but, you know. So she did that so that they could help out in the garden, and then they grow, like the carrot grows carrots, the celery grows celery, the parsnip grows parsnips, you know, that type of thing. But they're all just super cute and quaint, and then they go sell the vegetables at the town market. Very cute. And then they notice that a vampire moves in next door. They start freaking out, and because Celery's a dick, Celery's like, why doesn't Garlic go up there and face the vampire all on their own? She goes up there and she like befriends the vampire, and then they all just like garden together. It's so cute. I want to reread it immediately because it's adorable and exactly the type of vibes I want sometimes. So, I love it. 5 stars. It was amazing. So thank you, Sasha, for buying that for me because it's really good. And then I read Finder Volume 1, which was a random letter generator for restoration, and I gave that 4 stars. This is a very explicit manga, and I don't want to say it's a dark romance because there's not much romance in it. It's a dark erotica, you could put it that way. I completely misconstrued what this was about. I thought it was a freelance photographer becomes enamored with the person he's taking a picture of, who happens to be a crime boss or something. But what really happens is that crime boss captures the freelance photographer and does things to him, if you get my drift. There's no consent, which, you know, a whole star rating goes down for the no consent. Usually I would be more annoyed at that, but for some reason I still liked this, even though it was just like assault after assault after assault. After assault, after assault, after assault. It was a lot, and I don't know, I still enjoyed it enough. I was entertained, so there was that. I won't buy the rest of the series. If I'm feeling so inclined, I might continue it, but like there wasn't really much plot. You know, there might be more in the like second volume, because I know the first volume of manga sometimes has a lot of issues, and you shouldn't really judge a manga based on that first volume. So maybe I should, I don't know, figure something out there, but for now, it was a good time. It was a little weird because there were a bunch of random one-shots that did not relate to the story at all in the middle there, but whatever. But it was 4 stars. I enjoyed it. It was a good time. Thank you, Tracy, for buying me that one. It was very good. Thank you. And then for Wild Form Druid, I read A Prayer for the Crown Shy, which completes my Art of Illusion class. And A Prayer for the Crown Shy, 5 stars. Amazing. I love it. I didn't think I wouldn't because I really enjoyed A Psalm for the Wild build. And this was just as soft and sweet and thoughtful and thought-provoking as the first one. And I just want to like immediately reread them again and then again and again and again. And hopefully I will understand something about it because it has a lot of like philosophical things in it. And, you know, asking the question on like, what does it mean to be a person? What does it mean to be a thing? Where do you get your autonomy? And just all these kind of things. They're super interesting. And I just love the non-binary rep so much because there is definitely sometimes when you get non-binary rep and the author might make it clear like what gender this character was assigned at birth, just by certain things that some non-binary people use to then get the desired look that they would want. So sometimes you can tell with that, but with this one, there was nothing like that. It was just, like, you don't get a description on Dex's body, and I appreciate that so much because, I don't know, there's just something about it where it's like, you can just be non-binary. You don't have to have been something before. You know, you can just be what you are. And that's what I got from that, and I really appreciated that. That was awesome. And I love the friendship between Dex and Moscap. And I was so worried that at the end, like, Moscap would die, or they would just, like, split up, but they didn't. And I was just, oh, it's so cute. And I want to own them so badly, and then just reread them forever. They're beautiful. I enjoyed it so much. So I'm doing pretty well on my Orilium TBR. I'm not going to get anything read today because today is my max day. And we say that we want to get some reading done. It rarely happens because we always get distracted. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at right now. I keep forgetting to do the books like start before bed. I keep forgetting to do those, so I need to make them a priority. I have also started Solutions and Other Problems, which is for restoration to read in a different place each time you pick it up. I'm like 130-ish pages into that, and I'm going to go from couch cushion to couch cushion until I run out of spots in my house. But I've started it, so there's that. I need to start something. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 books left to read, and we're on the 10th. That's not too bad, actually, because some of them are still manga or graphic novels, and the rest of them I have on audio. So I can smash those out, and it'll be great. But I'm doing well. Just thought I'd give you a quick update before Max gets here. But we're doing well.
I never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart so slow. But if you don't wanna tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Losing almost all my energy. It's getting hard to talk to you, and I'm the only one who speaks. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know.
Okay, this is going to be my final update for this first Orilium vlog. Although I didn't do too much filming during the last week because I had the 48-hour readathon from Meredith, and then I was busy with Max, and then I just had days where I was like, I just can't. Some things were done, some things were not. Okay, so when I last filmed, I did some B-roll stuff of me doing some puzzles, because that's what I do when I'm stressed and overwhelmed, overstimulated, just when everything is too much and I can't, I will put on an audiobook and do some puzzles on my iPad. So that is what I did yesterday. I think it was yesterday. It was a really good time where I just like did nothing, but like I was like soothing myself. So I was reading Book Lover by J.E. Burke. That was the author, and that is book 6 in Vino and Veritas series, which is a queer small town series, and each book is written by a different author. While most of the books are MM, there are some FF in the series as well, so that's cool. But yeah, I read Book Lover. It was probably the weakest of the series for me. This is very much like a personal view. I can see a lot of people loving this book, but it wasn't it for me. I had some issues with the characters. Like, even though they were well enough thought out, and you know, they did have like a bit of depth, I just felt like there was something missing from them. I don't know, a bit more emotion. What if I did that? That helps. Okay, there we go. I look a little less in the dark, even though it's 10:30 a.m. on a Saturday. I don't know, there was just something about it where I wanted more from the characters. And I thought it was really fun. The whole concept of Book Lovers was these two people who are book lovers. They meet at the Book Lover book club for this bookstore, and one of the guys is the one that is the host of it, and the other one is just one that's come along for it. And they both kind of hit it off and they become kind of friends, but like, you know, they're both very attracted to each other, obviously, and then things happen from there. They try to be like friends with benefits, but, you know, feelings ensue. Maybe because the last Vino and Veritas I read was also a friends to lovers situation, that maybe I'm just done with friends to lovers. Not friends to lovers, friends with benefits. So the last Vino and Veritas book I read was a friends with benefits, which I loved. The friends with benefits in this book, they were basically dating. And I think I'm done with friends with benefits. Like, it's always just so clear that, like, you're already dating. Like, they were talking on the phone a lot, they were hanging out whenever they could, they always wanted to see each other, they were having sex, they were going on dates. Basically, they were introducing each other to their family, they were talking really in depth, and I'm like, oh my guys, you're basically in a relationship. Like, I don't know, something about it was just kind of annoying. And, like, while both of these guys, they had their own, like, separate issues, I wanted to see more of those. Like, one of the guys he's just so stressed because he's going to college, he has a job, he helps out at his family's dairy farm, like, all the time. And he's still trying to, like, have a social life and read books that he enjoys. And he's just so stressed, he can't do anything. And I was like, I want to see more of that. We were more so told that he was stressed and that he wasn't sleeping. I was like, I wanted to feel that from him and, like, didn't get to. And I was like, okay, I wanted something from that. Yeah, it's like they both had these interesting things, but I just wanted more. That's the whole thing of this book. I just wanted more. So I was reading that for Wild Form Druid, and that was for my astronomy class. To the title of the last song I listened to has to be in the book title. And that's all I needed for astronomy, so that is now complete. And I'm gonna give Book Lover like a 3-star. Okay, so for 2 weeks, this is looking pretty good. So this is my journal spread. So out of these 7 prompts that I needed to complete for Beastmaster, I've completed 3 and I'm partway through 1. So doing pretty well on that, actually. I'm pretty okay with that. I would like to be a little bit further ahead with that, but that's okay. Then for Wild Form Druid, out of the 12 prompts that I needed, I've completed 6. So I'm halfway. That's pretty good, actually. I'm pretty pleased with that. And honestly, like, looking at what I have left, I think they're all really doable for the next 2 weeks. So I'm pretty happy with my progress so far with Orilium. I still got a long way to go, but that's fine. So I'm gonna leave this vlog here because I need to go pick up Max. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.